Now, Wave 31 Storm Tracker Chief Meteorologist Jeff Castle with 31 Triple Doppler.
Jeff, we know you're tracking the potential impact of Francine on us here.
And when these systems do come inland here over the deep south, they do not only bring problems to the coastal areas, which of course get hit the worst with wind and rain and storm surge, but we also have to watch them as they come farther inland because they can increase the possibility for some spin-up type of tornadoes. And that's what we're going to be monitoring very closely for Thursday of this week. Let's get you the latest on Francine. Again, we got new information from the National Hurricane Center at the top of the hour, so this is the very latest. I'm digesting it just as you will be here over the next couple minutes. Still a tropical storm, so it hasn't reached hurricane status yet. It would appear, as I've been looking at some of the new data coming in satellite view, that maybe we're getting a more consolidated center of circulation east of Brownsville, and the expectation is that this still will become a hurricane in due time. But right now the wind's just below hurricane strength, 65 mile per hour sustained. It's moving northeast at 10. New track also out here as of the top of the hour, and it's continued a trend of a little bit of an easterly shift with time compared to what it looked like just a few days ago. Latest forecast update from the Hurricane Center does have this becoming a Category 1 hurricane by tonight. Reaching that point around or just after midnight tonight, but they have lowered the intensity. Again, earlier thoughts it may have enough time to maybe reach Category 2 strength. At this point, they're keeping it just below that. Winds peaking at around 90 miles per hour as it makes its way inland over southern Louisiana around early afternoon on your Wednesday. From there, that's where we watch this track very closely. Keep in mind with these tropical systems as they come inland, east of where the center of low pressure goes is where the worst of the weather can be found, typically speaking. This will pass west of us, so that puts us in that zone of impactful weather. It does weaken, though, of course, as it moves inland over Mississippi by Thursday afternoon, tropical depression, and from there it becomes a remnant area of low pressure in the Ohio River Valley heading on into the weekend. All right, let's kind of break down those storm threats. Heavy rain, I think we can count on that. 1, 2, maybe 3 inches in some areas, medium chance for that. Gusty wind, also a high likelihood. We'll average winds around 20, 30 miles per hour sustained, but we could have gusts at times, maybe 40 plus, medium risk for that. The question mark, tornado potential. I will say it's possible, but as we're going to talk about in the next 30 minutes, so stick around for that, we'll talk about what some of the limiting factors are as to why that tornado potential is not higher, looking at the risks as we see it right now. Rainfall-wise, heaviest totals likely will be found in the shoals. Keep in mind this is also where we have the worst drought, so best case scenario, we just get much needed rainfall out of it. Could be to the tune of 2 to 3 inches here in northwestern Alabama, and across the northeastern corner of the state, rain totals likely will be less, but still could be up to 2 inches in some spots. Right now, we're quiet. Wave 31 Triple Doppler is all clear. Again, all the active weather down around the coast. We've got some initial rain coming up. There you see the circulation with Francine off the coast of South Texas. All this moisture will be spreading northward as that storm moves north, which does bring wet weather here into the Tennessee Valley as early as tomorrow night. Between now and this time tomorrow, just expecting an increase and a thickening of the cloud deck. Notice here at 5 o'clock on your Wednesday, likely still dry in the area. But later Wednesday night, Thursday morning, here we go. Initially, just some lighter rain beginning to come on in, and then it will get more heavy as the day wears on. Here's lunchtime Thursday, some bands of heavier rainfall coming in across that northwest corner of the state, where again, we expect the higher rainfall totals. But what we'll have to watch for the afternoon hours are these developing bands of showers and thunder showers. These are the ones, if we are going to see a tornado threat, where that would come from. And you see that threat late afternoon on Thursday, maybe lingering into the evening, although it's a little questionable as to whether we'll have a continued threat for anything severe through the evening hours. But in any event, Thursday night into Friday morning, most of that lifts on out. There will be some additional rain that hangs around for the weekend, but we're not expecting the same sort of impacts that we will see around here on Thursday. Off to school tomorrow. Comfortable mid-60s, and despite the clouds, we'll have a warm Wednesday afternoon with temperatures back in the mid-80s. Here's your Wave 31 Storm Tracker 10-day. Again, Thursday is a 31 alert day. 90% chance for rain and some embedded storms. Temperatures, though, likely will be in a narrow range, only going from the mid-60s in the morning into the low 70s in the afternoon, and it is that limited warm-up which may keep the tornado potential low. But again, we'll chat a little bit more about that in the next 30 minutes. Lingering showers and some thunderstorms over the weekend. Not a wash flush out Saturday, Sunday, but there will be some rain around with highs getting back around the 80-degree mark. And then as we head into early next week, rain chances going down. Temperatures will creep back up a little bit, nothing excessive. We'll just get back into the mid-80s for highs, which is right around average for this time of year.
All right. Thank you for that, Jeff.
Yep.
And hopefully this rain will help with the drought conditions.
We hope, and we hope that's the only thing that we have to deal with out of it. But again, some strong wind, maybe that isolated tornado threat. We'll chat a little bit more about that in the next 30 minutes.
Jeff, thank you.
A new study is highlighting